It looks like we are live on Twitter. We're getting ready to go live on Block Talk Radio. We have no clue how this is going to work. So, what do you think?
About this whole setup?
Yes.
It's exciting.
And so tell us a little about what our topic is going to be today.
Our topic today is it better to fly or drive to Disneyland?
So how many times we flew so far to Disneyland so far?
Every time we've been to Disneyland, we've flown to Disneyland. We've flown from Sacramento every time except for one. One time we were visiting my brother in Illinois, so we flew from Chicago to LAX to Disneyland and then from LA to Sacramento to come home.
Okay, so, and the first time we went in there, what did we do?
The first time, it was crazy. I like to give the long version. We had just gone to Chicago the day before, and with the time of traveling to Chicago with traffic, from my brother's house to Chicago is about 90 minutes.
You say about 90 minutes?
90 minutes from my brother's house to Chicago.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. And so we left early in the morning, and then by the time we left the next day for the airport, we didn't really sleep. So we were up for a long time. We flew. Then when we landed in LAX, we rented a car and drove to Disneyland, which was like a 20-minute drive. And we parked in the parking garage.
Oh, that's right. We just found out.
This is an important note.
Yeah. You cannot sleep in the drive.
I had to give you all that foreshadowing to let you know by the time 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock rolled around, we were so tired because we had been up for like 36, 48 hours and our flight wasn't until like 4 in the morning. So we didn't know what to do, and I thought, oh, Disneyland's open till midnight. We can just take a nap in the parking lot.
And guess what happened after that?
We fall asleep in our seats and we hear a knock on the door. Security on a bicycle came by and said, "Are you okay?" And we said, "Yeah, we're just tired." "Well, you're not allowed to sleep in the parking lot." "What?" "Well, we gave you a few minutes." I don't even know. I fell asleep right away. I don't even know how long we were out. Maybe 10 minutes?
10 minutes?
Something like that. And they said, "We just want to make sure you're safe and you're okay. You're just tired. We understand that, but you can't sleep here." So there's one rule we did not know. No sleeping in the parking structure at Disneyland.
Of course.
So we went to a gas station and then waited to return our rental car till the rental car place was open.
Okay. So the question is,
should we drive?
Should we drive?
Or should we fly to Disneyland?
Should we fly to Disneyland?
You're repeating everything I say.
Yes. So, how much would it cost? How many miles is it from where we live, from Chico, California, to Disneyland?
According to Google Maps, it's 497 miles, so we're going to round it up to 500 miles from our house to Mickey's house.
Okay. So that means how much is the gas?
Well, on average, if a car gets 25 miles a gallon, you're going to need, this is one way, you're going to need 20 gallons of gas, which I just Googled the price of gas in Chico and it's $3.30. However, that's the cheapest. It could be various, especially when you go down south, it's more expensive. So it'll be about $80 or so to fill up your tank for one way. So that means a round trip of gas is about $160, $170, depending upon how much you pay for it, and your fuel mileage, like your gas mileage in your car.
Okay, so, and how about, is there parking fees?
Oh my. So there's a Disneyland parking fee, which is, we think, about $35. Now you can pay for different prices. There's one where you pay that you get the front row parking, if that makes sense, if there's front row. The one that's closest to the park, you can pay extra for that. Or you could pay less and park far away. One thing with parking is, I did find out because someone asked me, I didn't know, you can leave and come as many times as you like.
Yes.
However, oftentimes the parking structures are full.
Correct.
So you want to watch that on the
Okay,
app.
so you're telling me that you have to pay for the gas.
Of course you have to pay for gas.
Yeah, pay for the gas. Then you have to pay the parking
at the Disneyland.
And you might have to pay the parking at the hotel that you stayed at.
Every hotel we've stayed at, you have to pay for parking. So chances are good. And what is it, $25 a day?
Roughly about $25 a day.
And so we rented a car one time. We were at a conference in Lancaster and drove up down, whatever direction to Disneyland. So we had a rental car because we needed to get back to the airport, and it was $25 a day.
25. So add all that up, roughly a ballpark. What do you think?
About $320.
About $320.
That would be for a 3-day stay. We did 3-day parking at Disneyland, 3-day hotel parking.
Yeah, but so a lot of people like to buy a 5-week stay at Disneyland, especially if they are traveling long distance.
Yes.
Now, here's it. Driving a long distance in a car, especially with kids.
So from here, Chico, Northern California to Disneyland, one way, it's about 500 miles, I said that, so it should be about 7.5 hours, but that's not including traffic. So it can go up to 10 hours. It was supposed to take us like an hour and 20 minutes to get from Lancaster to Disneyland, and it took us 3 hours because we hit traffic. So you can't predict traffic.
Okay, so what is the best bet of all?
Well, we didn't go over the things about flying.
Okay, go ahead.
So flying, the total, by the time you leave here, you drive, our closest airport is Sacramento. It's about an 1.5-hour drive. The airport's relatively small, so you don't have to get there very much early. So we drive to the airport, we can get a whole tank of gas round trip plus some, so let's say $30 in gas.
Okay.
We pay how much per day for parking? We park in the there's an economical parking, but we always park in the parking garage that's really close to the terminal because it's really close. And we don't have to get there. We don't have to worry about getting your stuff on and off the shuttle and so forth. So I think we pay what, $20 a day? $20 a day. But there's another option that's like $11 a day. So you don't have to do what we do. The flight, there's a few different airports. We learned this.
That's right.
The closest airport to Disneyland is Santa Ana or John Wayne, Orange County. It goes by all of those names. That's the closest one that you're going to want to go to. However, you could go to LAX, or last time we can go to Long Beach. You do want to pay attention, just because it's in Southern California. Someone accidentally got us tickets to Ontario. It's not
that
close.
Is funny. No, that's not close.
Anyway, and then once you land, you have to either pay for a taxi, a shuttle service. Sometimes Marriott you can, and the price to get to our hotel is how much, do you think? $20, $30?
Yeah, it all depends who you use. Uber is a good, but also we didn't. All depends what hotel, airport you fly into. Is it like John Wayne is the closest, and there's plenty other. You can take a taxi cab, but you also can do
Super Shuttle.
Super Shuttle. We did use Super Shuttle.
You get extra points. Rapid Rewards Southwest card.
Super Shuttle is probably the less expensive, especially if you have tons of luggage.
Yes.
And kids, and also you can get into the group. And if you know, call the hotel. Best way is to call the hotel.
Concierge.
Yes.
We learned that in Asia.
We learned that in Asia. Call the hotel. Say, hey, what is the rate? A Super Shuttle. Super Shuttle is probably the cheapest. And when you fly, you're spending more time at Disneyland.
Yes, you are. And you don't have all the crankiness that goes on with road rage and just being uncomfortable in an hour. You're in a car. You're not going to sleep for those 8 hours to 9 hours you're in the car. So you're going to arrive cranky and tired. And then after a long Disney packed day, you don't want to drive home.
Yeah, and that is true. I know right now we're getting a lot of people say there's videos going in and out. We know that. We don't know why it's going video in and out because we're brand new at this. So we are sorry that you just came in at it. What we're talking about is what is the best way to travel? Is it by
flying?
By flying or by automobile? We figure out automobile is costing roughly
about $318, depending upon your car's gas mileage.
And all depends what hotel you stay at, how much they charge you for parking. Also depends how much if you decided to go from hotel to Disneyland parking. So there's a lot of cost factor in that.
Yes, and time.
And time. So for us, time is great because you think about it, you're paying a lot of money on tickets, and I'd rather get down there as soon as possible, enjoy every single minute at Disneyland. Now, here is the catch.
What's the catch?
Here's the catch.
Tell me.
Okay, to fly, of course, we always fly Southwest Airlines. You can go to, is it Averett's Secret? Notes.com to get all the details about that. But go to the Southwest Airline, log in, and sign up for their savings.
Rapid Rewards.
Rapid Rewards is one. And you can get shopping rewards, can apply to your Southwest. It tells you all about that. But sometimes they have sales, $29 a ticket or a $49 a ticket to fly down to John Wayne or Long Beach. And that's where you're going to save money.
And time.
Time. So you think about it, with 4 kids, let me say $49, $59 is roughly what?
$250.
About $250.
One way, so that'd be $500 round trip.
$500 round trip.
But you don't have to pay for parking. You don't. It's.
Plus, you do have to pay for getting from there and back to the airport.
Yes.
So you're probably looking about $550, $600 on that. So
Round trip.
Round trip. So it's something to take a look at it with your budget. And people like to still drive and go to the scenery and all that stuff.
There's no scenery.
No, but there's lots of traffic down there.
Lots of traffic. And consider this to your kids. What kid wants to be in a car for 8 hours?
That's not including snacks on the way.
Yep, you have to stop.
Bathroom breaks
Potty
on the
breaks.
way. So, just, again, it's something that you have
Count
to
the
take a look at it. Yeah. And do your cost analysis when you're doing your budget. Is it worth it flying? Or is it worth of driving? Now, if you're like us, we enjoy flying, don't we?
As long as it's not 18 hours.
There you go. But again, you get 2 free luggages.
At Southwest you do. So you can have 2 luggage that weigh 50 pounds.
Yes.
And I'm getting better at that.
You are getting very...
Plus you get a carry-on of a personal bag and a carry-on. So I can bring my purse and a carry-on. Or he brings our small suitcase, carry-on suitcase is a medium one, and I can bring my bag and another carry-on. So you can take as much stuff as you need.
And a lot of people plan their vacation for next year. So Southwest right now, it's going in 2019 in April. In 2020 in April. How do I know that? I monitor that thing all the time because I want to buy the $49 tickets because our goal in spring break next year, go to Orlando, Florida, Disneyland. So I want those $59 tickets.
And you can sign up for Southwest to get emails. So they'll send you when they have a flash sale or a special sale an email so you don't know to check the website. And typically they're 72 hours?
72 hours.
So you have a few hours to prepare. So if you're saving the money and you know, hey, we're going to go at this time anyway, you get the email. And sometimes they have $49 deals. They're not going to be realistically from Sacramento to Orlando. But they might be $89 or $120, which is much less than what you would normally pay.
And normally what we have done lately is we got the Southwest credit card. And we do everything on that one credit card to rack up points. So when I buy a ticket, or when she buys the tickets, or vice versa, one of us will fly free, or
Inventory companion pass.
Or you can be boarding A, because this guy got caught trying to board on A when he had a ticket of what? C. Now I did very well. Yes, I did. All the way up to the point that guy was weirding away.
He scanned the ticket, because when we went to board it said ticket already scanned. He scanned the ticket, he starts to walk down, and he's like, sir, you can't board yet, your seat. And he says, oh, we are?
But how many times I've done that?
Every time.
Every single time.
No,
and it
because normally he thinks he's A priority, that we have to be A 1 through 10, and we're like A 30, A 40, and he's like, no, just get on first. So at least we're A something, but this time we were C 50.
But we did have good seat because only an hour, 20 minutes?
90 seconds.
So it sounds like Block Talk Radio is about over. So I want to say shout out to everybody who's listening on there. Thank you so much, and looking forward to all your questions. And you can follow us on YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff. Okay, talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
All right, Twitter, we are done here. And I just want to say thank you for listening. Apparently, Facebook fan page failed us because it goes
Sad.
in and out and sad. So we just got to work on that. So talk to you guys later.